Justin is officially a solo artist aside from being a member of SB19. He has a new single, Surreal, and it has a music video. So for those of you who don't know, Justin De Dios is actually the youngest member of SB19, the biggest boy band from the Philippines. And if Korea, again, for those of you who don't know, if Korea has a maknae, which is the youngest in the family or the group, we have a bunso. That's the youngest in the family or in a group. I'm also a bunso in my family because I only have one older sister. Okay, the Justin's Surreal music video is actually, based on my interpretation, is twisted. Not in that Christopher Nolan time bending or time manipulation kind of way, but in that understatedly twisted psychosis inducing kind of way. It's something I never thought he had in him, and that is a shame on me because he did graduate with honors from one of the top universities in the Philippines. Of course he has it in him, but this music video actually proves that and it's a sign that we really need to start watching what he has to offer, because man, this guy is destined towards creative greatness. And I feel like if we want to nurture this kind of quality in music and in visuals and in storytelling, we do need, our role as fans and probably as Filipinos as well, is to highlight this, to really try and understand what he has to offer, the story that he's telling, so that we can highlight it and help others appreciate that as well, not just in the Philippines but other people from different parts of the globe, because this art is just too good to be missed. Okay, this is going to be a little different because I've already seen the music video. I think it's not going to be authentic for me to try and watch it again and pretend to be surprised or whatever. So I'm just going to go through 5 different things that I feel really signals and gives us a sort of a clue on who he is going to be as an artist. And I think that is the integral fusion between visuals and the sonic elements of music. All right, so if you do end up liking this video, please give it a thumbs up. And of course, click that notification button, click that subscribe button, and so that you don't miss any video that we post. And share the video if you can. It's really helping my channel. Okay, let's get on with the video. It was giving Disney, or so I thought. Surreal, the song, I guess for a lack of a better word, it was glossy to me. It sounded glossy to me. When it opened, I thought it was aiming to become a song that would be picked up by Disney for one of its animated series. And then, opening with the line, where hatred does not exist, combining it with that xylophonic kind of treatment for the piano, for the instrument, it felt like Cinderella was about to start hopping across my screen, followed by Prince Charming, and they were going to start gliding their hands across the dandelions in a field of greens. It felt like that. And then I think it also added that he delivered the lines. There's a certain fragility in the way that he delivered the lines. Like he was really being very, very careful in how he was singing the song. It was the kind of calm that you don't feel that unless you're in your sort of childlike state where you just live in your own imagination. And it wasn't until later on, or at least halfway through the song, that I started understanding why he was doing it. One line was all it took. I started realizing this is not what I thought it was going to be when this line started. I just realized, wait a minute. He isn't just imagining things. He was actually forming reality, another reality in his head. Maybe it was the way he went on a lower register when he started that line, or maybe it was how he started toning down the instruments, because in the beginning it was just like that xylophonic kind of treatment with the piano, and then he started adding instruments in as he progressed. But then in this line, he sort of caught everything out and just left out that piano. Or maybe it was, I don't know, maybe it was how he dragged certain words a little longer when he did this line. Or maybe it's a combination of all of those things. But I know it was just a switch, just something turned for me. It was like a corner I did not expect him to take. And I don't know if that was his intention, if he intended for things to take a turn at this point in the song, but that was how it landed to me. It was really the point of the song where I stopped hearing Disney and started hearing some sort of a desperation. I stopped feeling the calmness and started feeling the sadness. There's some sort of an emptiness in there. And so I knew from then on that I really have to pay attention, because this is something different. His delusions were so beautiful. What he ultimately succeeded at emphasizing is how beautiful it was in his imaginations or his delusions. Justin, I think, really displayed his visual mastery, from flowers growing from a shoot to a snowflake forming into a leaf. It was an absolute visual feast. It's one beautiful imagery after another, and it's so easy to brush off and say, he was just trying to decorate the music video. He was just trying to make it beautiful so that you would stay and watch the entire music video. After all, that's what you want, right? That's just, when you do a music video, you want people to be watching it from beginning to end. You want to keep your audience sort of glued on you, and one way of doing that is by filling it with a lot of beautiful visuals, and that's what a lot of other groups do. K-pop, C-pop, whatever. They're filling their music video with beautiful visuals. But in this one, if you actually dig a little deeper, you would actually realize that this is not just beautiful imagery for the sake of beautiful imagery. There is a purpose as to why he's putting all of those things together. This is Justin's imagination. This is the reality that he's forming, inspired by his delusions. This is not just a simple attempt at making beautiful images. This is him pulling you in, trapping you with him in that delusion, in that desperation, in that imagination, because he wants you to stay there. And I guess that's what makes it creepy for me, that he was able to trick you into getting stuck in there, not by threatening you, not by shocking you, but just by seducing you. Why is sadness so beautiful for some people? It sounds strange, I know, but I mean, I think you've experienced this too, that there are some people who just feel comfortable being sad and being lonely, whether they actually are sad or they actually are lonely. I don't know. I think some of them are just acting it out because they are, through that, by looking sad or lonely, they kind of attract attention, so then they will have people around them. But what this song did is explain to me why other people feel comfortable in being lonely and being sad, and that's a tall order for somebody so practical like me. So yeah, I do think that for some people, sadness means they will have people around them, people that will want to help them, and so they feel cared for, they feel important, and they don't feel so lonely anymore. But then there are also some people who, when they are sad, they push themselves to a second life, a life where they get what they want. It's a much more beautiful world for them, even if it isn't material, right? Even if it is just their imagination, even if it is them reinterpreting the world that they have, they just are able at the very least to live that life that they actually want. So with Justin's beautiful imagery, by making me feel soft and gooey throughout the song, or at least in the majority of the music video, I kind of felt that it felt good to just be in this world, even if it isn't real. That he was able to accomplish that. And as I've said, that's a tall order for somebody so practical like me. But that gives you an idea on how much of a power he has as a storyteller. He can put you there. He can bring you to that place. And then the rewind happened. When the rewind happened, it confirmed some sort of a disconnection. It felt like he was being forced to go back into reality, and he didn't want to. He wanted to stay in his imagination. It felt like he was trying to fight it. At least that's what I thought. And then the music video progressed, and I realized that he wasn't trying to stay in his imagination. He was trying to redo this delusion that he has, and he wanted to amplify it. He wanted to change it by filling the empty space with someone else. And I think that's next level brain effort. It's just, it wasn't enough that he created a beautiful world in his head. He wanted someone else with him. It wasn't just desperation. It was actually him transitioning into delusion. And I think that's the whole point of the song, that this beautiful world that he was singing about wasn't just a wish. It wasn't just him wanting something beautiful. It was him creating it in his head. And that's what really makes it very, very creepy for me. And that is our bunso. Overall, I think it's a great first single for him. It's a great debut. For those who don't like interpreting imagery or whatever, you can just listen to the song and feel like, okay, this is a light-toned song. Like this is with a music video with beautiful images. But for those of us who have an inkling on his caliber and would actually like to go out of our way to dig deeper into the narrative, it's a chilling warning on what's to come, a clue on what he can really do as a singer and as an artist in general. And as I've said, I think he is the kind of artist that would make the connection between the visuals and the song, the sonic elements and the visual elements, just fully integrated. For you to be able to fully appreciate the story that he's telling, you need to integrate the two. But that's just a gut feel. I'm not sure yet. There's so much more to come, and I really can't wait. I really am excited to see him grow as an artist. He's so young. He's like 25, my God, and this is what he can do. So I really am looking forward to it, and I hope you're looking forward to it too. I hope that we could watch him grow together. All right, if you ended up liking this video, please give it a thumbs up. And of course, click subscribe and that notification button so that you know when there's a new video coming up. And share the video if you can. It's really, really helping my channel. If you have any requests, if you have any questions, reactions, leave them in the comment section below. You can say whatever it is that you want to say. Just make sure you say it respectfully. You can also get in touch with me in any of the social media links that you see on your screen right now. A lot of you are actually emailing me. Thank you so much. I'm trying to catch up on replying to all of those messages and all of those emails. I know that some of you sent some packages and some gifts maybe in the office, because I got a call asking me to pick up all of those stuff. So I haven't gotten there yet, so thank you so much, but I will. But thank you in advance, and I will be thanking those who are giving me super thanks in the next video. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Till next time.